It is what it looks like. I am in bed with all my Wii Fits. Where is it? Ignore my fitness coach. Oh, and ignore Wii Fit Plus. It's all basically the same thing. We're doing another chill in bed video, a little series I do every now and then when I'm not feeling good. So I haven't been feeling very good this week. I haven't been sleeping well, but I absolutely just love making videos. I get so much joy out of doing it. So I still find my way to get that joy, to get that happiness, right? So that's what we're doing here. And like I've mentioned previously in my other chit-chatting in bed videos, don't expect a ton of editing. It's kind of just like me and you sitting down, you know, relaxing, and I tell you a story. A lot of yapping really goes on here. So if you need something to fall asleep to, I think this is for you. And if you've ever wandered into a secondhand game store or even a thrift store, you probably have just seen a ton of these guys laying around, just stacked up on shelves, sitting there collecting dust, much like they do now, but in a different location, aka my home, my room. And I think it makes us ask the question, why? And what? What happened to all these fitness fads? And why is Wii Fit, you know, a once very innovative fitness game, so abundant in all these secondhand game stores? Let's begin with a little history on Wii Fit. Back in 2008, Nintendo released Wii Fit as a part of its effort to appeal to a wider, more health conscious audience. And the Wii was doing a lot of marketing like that in general, you know, not even so much just for like Wii Fit. They were saying, hey, you want to get up, you want to get moving around, your kid's lazy, we'll put them on the Wii. Give them a Wii nunchuck. Just the nunchuck, see what happens. But this became kind of a bigger deal because it was then combined with the Wii balance board. So suddenly fitness and gaming, they were like this is what was going on. And some features within Wii Fit and with the Wii balance board, there's things like tracking your weight, measuring your BMI, which could be extremely harmful to like a younger child or someone, you know, who is very vulnerable and they're just playing around and they step on there and your Wii is sitting there telling you like, hey, your BMI is, it's not looking too hot, dude. You need to get off your ass and stop playing Wind Waker. And what really started to draw people to this was that it was showing you that you could perform all these exercises like yoga, aerobics, strength training, like just all within your living room. And there were obviously DVDs, you know, at home workout DVDs like this before it being just like a gaming console thing, right? So I think that's what really, you know, appealed people to this. They're like, hey, this feels more interactive, or this feels more professional. I don't want to use professional because it is just a game. But, and since it, you know, is a game, it's obviously going to be marketed as a fun way to get fit without needing to go to the gym. So it also became kind of like a money-saving tool. But like most fitness fads, because it really was a fad, and over time, its novelty really started to wear off. Because despite its success, Wii Fit quickly became one of those used and forgotten items. You know, while it started with like great enthusiasm, it wasn't long before people realized that, well, you know, it's not as accurate in, you know, like I said before, professional as maybe going to the gym would be. I also think there really wasn't like that privacy aspect as well. Not saying, you know, the gym is private, everyone can see what everyone's doing in there, but just being at home and like having to like work out in the living room while like someone's just trying to chill there, doing whatever they do in 2008, I don't know, playing on a BlackBerry, but yeah, it kind of just really lost its charm. It wasn't providing that like in-depth workout they were hoping for. Once the initial excitement wore off, the balance boards and games started piling up in, you know, people's closets, basements, wherever they threw Wii games, just to down the road be eventually donated or thrown out. And this is what led to like the flooding of the Wii Fit, being all over the secondhand game stores, all over the thrift stores. And obviously with this many donations, the games weren't really marketed as something as high value. That's why I own, let me count really quick, 15 Wii Fits, because they were all just like $1. I even had a Wii Fit Christmas tree one year. if that says anything to you. And obviously, you know, Wii Fit wasn't like the only fitness gaming thing that was like going on during the time. The Wii, as we all know, shovelware heaven. So there was just like a huge wave of these really stupid fitness games that were just trying to capitalize on being like a health conscious gaming experience. I even touched on 2 games like almost 2 years ago now, which is crazy to think I have been making videos for 2 years. One of them being EA Playground, which was more marketed toward kids and being active and playing sports like that. And another one that was also marketed toward just like the family dynamic called Jumpstart Get Moving Family Fitness Sports Edition. And both of these games, even the EA one, lacked so much. At that point, go play Wii Sports. Like, if you are craving a sports game to be fit with, you know? EA also made another game called EA Sports Active that wasn't totally catered to like kids. This came out in 2009 and it was a workout game that attempted to give you a full body exercise with Wii Remote and nunchuck. So you could run, do some squats if you wanted to, jump. Who doesn't love to jump? That'll get you moving. And there's even something called a 30-day challenge within the game to like get you to come back and keep playing kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Wii Fit also did something like that too, where it's like a challenge thing where you keep like a, what is that called? Consistency? What is that called? What is that called? What is the word I am thinking of? I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on. I will say though, with EA Sports Active, it did try to like present itself as something that was more serious than Wii Fit, but on the unserious side, the Just Dance series. Now, it's not actually, you know, marketed to you as a way of exercise. It is marketed as a way to get your body moving, but they don't really specify like this is for exercising. It is obviously just more about dancing than like actual like workout routine fitness shit. And as we all know, it was one of the best-selling franchises for the Wii and is still semi-popular. Like, I know a few people who have a Switch and own the new Just Dances. You don't really come across too many Just Dances in a secondhand game store as you do Wii Fit. And I think too, with the Just Dance series, it's easier to make sequels and spin-offs because there's always new music and always new dances you can come up with. Unlike with Wii Fit, you can add plus to the end of a title or say, hey, you have a fitness coach now. But the main core of the game still remains the same. So it's very recycled material. And then there's Zumba Fitness. And I also do come across Zumba Fitness quite often as well in these secondhand game stores. The thing with like Zumba Fitness though is it's kind of like Just Dance because Zumba you are dancing, but since people know Zumba as, you know, fitness and adding Zumba Fitness into the title, it became just another fitness game. And you know, the novelty of that, as we all know, it does not last long. And not even just for the Wii. Like if we look at the Xbox and like the Kinect games, there was a ton of fitness things coming out on those Kinect series games. I think anyone that had an Xbox owned the Kinect Sports game. And in that, you know, you're really just moving your entire body as the controller. You weren't relying on Wiimote and nunchuck. So for something like Kinect Sports, it lasts longer. And that's why I feel like these fitness games, if you're adding fitness into the title, you're kind of just dooming yourself from the start. And then there was a game called Your Shape Fitness Evolved. Also just a weird title, Your Shape. Like, I don't really know what that means. So with this game, it uses the Kinect and your body was scanned and tracked as you did various exercises. And kind of like Wii Fit, this game offered just personalized workout plans and even like the ability to like see yourself within the game. But then again, it doesn't last. Oh, so many of these games come to you as this like quick way to get fit, quick fix type shit. You know what I mean? Ooh, that kind of, was that bars? Did I rhyme? What are we doing here? All right. But as gaming trends evolve, you need to evolve your fitness gaming trends as well. And people really realize, hey, this working out at home isn't really just like a one-size-fits-all solution. So a lot of these games lost their appeal very quickly. And a majority of people using the fitness games weren't primarily kids. A large percentage of these people had these consoles because they had children. So they see the fitness game, they buy it for themselves, but you know, it's kind of like that situation where it's like mom says it's my turn on the Xbox next, but instead you're looking at your kid, get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft, who's in an MW2 lobby, and you're like, hey, don't Don't use that language. Also, it's my turn next. I have to do yoga. Even now, you really don't see a whole lot of fitness games. Fitness tech today is a lot more advanced in bulky balance boards, and the idea of having to buy a $60 game to do some yoga poses you could really just look up on YouTube does not really have the same appeal anymore. Well, games like Wii Fit just didn't really revolutionize fitness as they thought they would. They did spark something. A conversation about like how video games can be used as a way to stay active. Look at Pokemon Go, for example. If you guys really need to just make space on your shelves, let me know. I will buy them for $1. See you guys later.